lighting's a little wonky and the situation's a little wonky because I'm standing in front of my bookshelves, and the plan today is to rearrange them. My current rearrangement is questionable. I was trying something to create a different kind of TBR idea. So every shelf has a set amount of fiction and nonfiction on it. But aside from that, there's no particular order. Finding books on my shelf is very difficult. I've changed my mind about that kind of TBR thing. I was going to roll a dice, and whatever number it landed on, I'd read books from that shelf. No, I'm not going to do that anymore. Come the new year, there's a few books I specifically want to read and have no clue where they are on my shelves. So today, I'm going to rearrange them, and I thought I'd take you along with me. These 4 bookshelves up here, starting with this one, are going to stay. So this is my Wheel of Time shelf. It's got a bunch of clowns on it, but that's some nice older books. There's some more older books over here with more clowns and stuff on it. I actually like clowns, like unironically. And then over here, these 2 shelves that you can kind of see. Can you kind of see them? This one and this one. That's children's books. So that's going to stay as is to the rest of the shelves. Are going to come apart. Well, the books on the shelves, not the shelves themselves, are going to come down, and we're going to get going. I'm going to turn on King of the Hill and get going. I'm on season 3, episode 22, the episode where Peggy Hill has been smuggling cocaine into prison. If you watch King of the Hill, you know. If you don't, you might want to. So there's no books off the shelf yet, but I have done some organization here with some piece of paper on the floor. So I'm going to do them by genre, so I have the different genres laid out, and I'll just put the books on top of where the genres are. So this is nonfiction section over here, some fiction sections over here. Fiction's going to go in front of the shelves here. The general idea. And then over on the carpet, got science fiction and fantasy over here. And there's some, King of the Hill. And so, let's do it. So here's an update. I have one shelf almost done. I forgot how hard some genres are to determine. So those books are just unknown genres. Fantasy got piled up there. Yeah, we got a good pile of books going. I'm aiming just to get maybe this shelf done tonight. It's already 8:30. But if I can get that shelf, long stretch, that shelf, and the rest, I'm gonna have to do tomorrow. I'm starting to remember why I don't organize by genre. Yeah, it's hard. Like, for example, this book right here, it's dystopian, which I would usually categorize under science fiction, but it's also just like fiction. I don't know. So I'm putting it in science fiction for now. And then I have books where I'm just like, is it science fiction? Like spy books. I don't have a category for that. Do they go in mystery and thriller? Or do they go in just plain old fiction? Do they go in historical fiction? And I'm going crazy. I'm going to try and stick with it. Might change my mind, but that's what we're doing. I am surrounded by piles of books. And I've only done 3 out of the 5 shelves. And I've already messed up over there. I've mixed the genres. But, yeah. I decided to bring out the computer and see what I put the genres under. So I'm looking for the book and then the genre, and I'll just go by this, so I know where to find the books on the shelves. It is 10:30 at night. I don't have to be up anytime tomorrow, so I think I might just continue onto the shelf. So we're on to day 2 of the bookshelf organization, and have all these books left to do. I worked until about midnight last night. I didn't want to get the dog barking with. She's very sensitive to noises. I didn't want to get her barking and waking everyone up, so I had to stop. But, yeah. I'm almost done. Just have to sort these books, find out what genres they are, and then we'll get to it. I want to show you something that is not seen a lot in bookshelf reorganization videos. If you're like me and you are maximalist, you like clutter, when most of your clutter is on your shelves aside from the books, and then you gotta move your desk out of the way. This is what the rest of my room looks like. These bags are full of toys. I had to buy a new printer. So I got stuff on my on my side table that's normally on my desk. I got stuff over here. I had to move my chair over here. And this is a big undertaking. Let's get back to it. I don't really think it looks like I made much progress. I have one shelf done, and I'm working on this shelf now. And I'm watching Supernatural this time. The problem is I'm not feeling too hot, so this is going really slowly. It is already 6:30, and I started at 2. Yeah, I'm feeling a little discouraged, but I don't have to sleep tonight. I actually have to stay awake because I have an overnight shift tomorrow night. So this is going to be the task. I'm just going to have to take it nice and slow and get as much done as possible. So I got the nonfiction done. This is religion, and back there's more books on religion. Up here is philosophy and some essay collections. Down here is health, race, LGBTQ+, and feminism. Up here are biographies, economy, and I don't know, about cities and geography. I guess geography and economy. Travel, food, true crime. This Black Count book has to be moved back to biography. He was in history, and I decided to put him in biography instead. So he just kind of gets placed up there. Science. Books about books and language and writing. And then that will start the fiction. I figured that's a nice segue into it, is to have books about books and then fictional books. And I am now watching a stream. Someone plays Sims. Her regular channel is Lil Simsy, but she loads her streams onto a site called More Simsy. And I can never catch Twitch live. I don't even have Twitch. I don't know how to work it, but she uploads them to YouTube, so I watch them on there. And I'm gonna have my girl dinner. I had a big lunch, so this is just to keep me going through the rest of this, as long as the power stays on. I've had the power flicker off a few times because we're in the middle of a bad storm, but as long as the power stays on, we're gonna keep going, because if there's no power, there's no light. And I don't know what I'll have to do then, because I gotta stay up until 3 or 4 in the morning for the night shift tomorrow. I've cornered myself in. Oh, my hair looks really light. It's just the way the light's hitting it. Anyways, I cornered myself in here to work on the next set of shelves, because I finished these 2 finally. They're mostly nonfiction, and then down here there's short stories and poetry and plays. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn the camera. I am surrounded by science fiction right now. And that's what's gonna go on the shelf next. Just gotta alphabetize by author. Just ignore all the books over there. I'm lying on the floor now. It's almost midnight again, I think. I'm not entirely sure what time it is. But it's late. And I'm surrounded by piles of books. And it just occurred to me, I'm alphabetizing everything backwards because I'm starting at the bottom of the shelf and then working my way up. And I thought I'd share this because it's something fun. I can say the alphabet backwards, probably from all the years of alphabetizing my books in many different ways. So yeah, here. ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA. Yeah, I'm also just looking for an excuse to take a break again because I'm not feeling so hot today. But I took on this task and I kind of need to finish it because the next time I'm gonna be able to do it is Saturday, which today's Wednesday, so I kind of want to try and get as much of it done as possible. At least the bookshelves, all the decor and everything's gonna have to wait until that Saturday. Can't get it done before then. So it's a few days later, and I've changed my mind on a few things. So I got a snack in my hand. Sorry, there were these Nutella things. Nutella Be Ready. They're really good. Not sponsored. Not that I've ever had a sponsor. But anyways, the books that were here, I moved them over here, which had all my Star Wars and Star Trek and Stargate and Supernatural Doctor Who kind of stuff. Okay, it's a big mess over here. And I'm going to put my desk over here now, and the chair that was over here is going to go over here. And I was only going to rearrange my bookcase, but now I'm going to rearrange the whole room. The bookcases are staying where they are, though. So that's where we are now. It's actually been a few days, but I am done with everything in regard to the bookshelves. So I just thought I'd show you around. There's this now, which wasn't in the original plan, but worked out. So this shelf, just get a wider view here. This shelf used to be against this wall back here, and it had comics and what I called like pop culture books. So things to do with Star Wars and Doctor Who and Star Trek and all that kind of stuff. Now I have philosophy, some stuff on LGBTQ stuff, mental health and physical health, feminism, and then racism down there. And you're going to get a look at my very messy desk here. And then back here is all religion. You can't see it because it's all kind of hidden, but I have Bible study books up there. And here, these two shelves remain the same except for the decorations. So we've got a Batman shelf now. Eerie red light. There's Doctor Who, Stargate, Star Trek, and Supernatural on that shelf. And then down there is Star Wars. And these little things I moved out. These have comics in them, these little trays here. Then we have, these two shelves stay the same. There's fancy books. They're like old books. They're like really fancy covers. This is all nonfiction on this shelf. All the way down there. And then here we have fantasy, science fiction, and behind my chair, more science fiction. I was just filming some other videos, so the camera's out. But that's still the Wheel of Time shelf. And this is actually like romance. And then mysteries, horror, and fantasy down there as well. And then over here is just plain old fiction. Not that it's just plain or old, but fiction. And I finally brought out my beautiful stained glass. There's some more comics just kind of hanging around on the floor. Here, the game box doesn't go there, but it's there. That's all Archie comics. So yeah, there's my new shelves and filming setup and desk area. And yeah, it was a long process, but it's done.